Alright, thank you guys for tuning in. Chris Quinteros, let's get to it. Now, things that you do not want to do as a carpenter apprentice, whatever kind of apprentice, plumber, electrician, and this is super important because if not, this can lead to you getting fired. Number one, no particular order. Do not come late to work. If work is at 7 o'clock and you're coming, 6:59, 6:58, 7:01, even 6:55 to a certain extent, you're cutting it too short. Especially if you're an apprentice, you want to be there at least like 10, at least, 10, 15 minutes early to get dressed, get ready. Sometimes, 20 to 30, depending on the vibe of the location. If you're working with a general contractor, if you're not working with a general contractor, and you just want to be really informed and focused on what you're doing, be aware of what's going to happen. Because if the more or less like you come late, it's going to take notice, and then you're already the new person, so you're already going to be someone that everyone's going to be looking at, and you don't want them to be making them look at you for the negative things. Not following orders is another thing. You want to follow orders. If they're telling you to cut something at a certain angle, or use this tool, or do this first, just go ahead and listen to them and do it. It's really that simple, but sometimes people just think they have the answer to everything, and they're so hard-headed that they don't want to listen. Just listen, especially as an apprentice. You're afraid to ask questions. You do not want to do this as an apprentice. You should not be afraid of asking questions. You should be willing and to learn. You want to learn, and that shows that you're very interested in something, obviously. So, if you like a female at school, if you like a woman at school, or a girl, if you like someone, you're gonna ask about them, like, hey, do they like this? Do they like that? But honestly speaking, please just ask questions. If you don't understand something, truly ask them, so then you get it. Because if not, they're just gonna assume that you know, and then when you do it wrong, you're gonna have to do it again. And my mom says the lazy person works double. El haragán trabaja doble. Another thing you don't want to do as an apprentice is take things personally. So if, say, someone jokes around with you, says something, don't take it personal. If someone screams at you for something, don't take it personal. At times, if they're screaming, it's because they want you to succeed and they're teaching you, and also kind of like the construction culture to kind of like, quote unquote, haze you. They do some stuff at times. But honestly, the most hazing I've gotten is just people really screaming at me, cursing at me to a certain extent as well. So you just can't take it personal. Have I taken it personally? Yes, I'm human. But I've learned to not take it personal because I have to understand the context of why they're screaming at me. Did I do something wrong? Is it something valid that they're screaming at me? And if not, then hey, pull them aside and be like, what's the issue? Like, can we work this out? Hopefully not with fists, but with intellect and a conversation, a civil conversation. So just don't take things personally. If they give you a nickname or something, just try to not show that you're really getting butthurt off that nickname. Instead, just joke around with it, so then they're like, we can't really joke around with Chris the Brownie or something. I don't know, whatever. They don't call me that, but if they call me that, then it's true. I guess my name's Chris and I am Brown, so I don't know. Another thing you don't want to do as an apprentice is not go to school. So for example, you have to accumulate 600 hours as a carpenter to go to school for your first class, and then you get a pay raise every other class. Time you're not going to get a pay raise, but the second time you are. The third you're not. The fourth you are. The fifth you're not. The sixth you are. And school is for 1 week, Monday through Thursday, and then Friday it's your decision if you want to go back to work or you just take the whole week off. I don't know, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I sometimes take the week off, and other times I've gone to work. So it all depends. You're not going to get paid while you're going to school. And why does this slow the process? Like, why is this important for you not to miss school? Is because you're going to get a pay raise. I don't know how much it is for each person, but for me it was like at least like $1.25 or $1.50, and another time it was like $2. So, or $1.75. So it all depends. So, and it also quickens the process of you journeying out to becoming a journeyman. So that's extremely, or journeywoman, if you want me to be politically correct, but the title is journeyman. So let's just get that over with. So not going to school is actually something you do not want to do as a apprentice. Go to school, get your education on, even though that's the reason why you didn't go to college, was because you don't like school. But this is different because it's going to help you get a pay raise. Missing work. You do not want to miss work. Like I said, you're a new person. Everyone's going to be laying eyes on you. If you're missing work constantly, it's not good. Honestly, what I did my first year as a carpenter apprentice, for 6 months, I just went every single day and I took as much overtime as I could. After a while, you know, I kind of just took some days off, but like I would do it like probably like once a month or something, or once every other month or something. So not too obvious where people are seeing things, you know, where it's too noticeable. And also, you know, I think it's okay for you to take a break as well. If you want to have like a psychological rest day, you know, just tell them like, hey, you know, in advance, say you want a day off, ask them like a month ahead, like, hey, I was wondering if I can have this day off. You know, I just want to have like a vacation day, or like I want to do something, I want to do something for myself or something, whatever, right? Depending on how good your relationship is with your journeyman, with your foreman. And then most likely, if you're a good worker, I'm pretty sure 9 out of 10 times they'll be like, yeah, that's fine. Sure, that doesn't make sense. Working hard or not hustling. You're new, you gotta hustle. You gotta work hard. What you lack in inexperience, you have to make up with hustle. It's really that simple. If you have a broom, I mean, just really work your tail off with that broom. I mean, make it shiny clean wherever you're sweeping. Just be focused. Just always be doing something. You do not want to be seen relaxing as like a first week apprentice, or a month or 2, 3, 4 months, 5, 6 months in. You just want to be moving. And then if you don't even know where you're going, just walk with purpose. Like walk really fast. Like just do something. Look like you're doing something important when sometimes you're not. I think you don't want to be on your phone too much at a job site. Let me just tell you, is this, if you're an apprentice and you're brand new and you're already on your phone, like that's a big pet peeve for me, because I didn't do that. And when I take out my phone, it's for like a quick like minute, like no more than like a minute, something really quick. Or moments where like I know I can really take my phone out, because you'll understand the environment around you and you'll be like, okay, I'm able to take my phone out for it right now. But please just keep your phone inside your pockets or in the Connex or wherever, and just be focused at the job at task, which is maintaining a stable income and gaining that trust with your foreman, journeyman, your co-workers, for you to take out your phone. Do not want to do as an apprentice or whatever level. Don't get into a fight, because if you lay hands on someone, immediately you will be fired right then and there. Possibly, depending the severity of the issue, possibly can be arrested or maybe get into a lawsuit. From personal experience, I've seen one of my co-workers who got into an argument, verbal argument, and the person who wasn't working for us, and the person that my coworker was arguing with shoved him. And my coworker was like, if I don't tell someone, he's gonna tell someone, and then that can be my job. So he had to quote unquote snitch and go talk to our foreman, and then they worked it out, and that guy got fired. And then they gave him the rest of the day off, my coworker the rest of the day off. They paid it, and then he came back the next day. You know, but just please do not get into a fight. Just be really wise about it. If is this fight really worth you losing your job? And if it isn't, hey, well, by all means, I mean, go at it, I guess. But for me personally, it's not worth it. Another thing that you do not want to do as an apprentice is not know how to read your tape measure. That is the most important tool as a apprentice. Number one. You don't know how to use something real quick, your number one important tool is going to be the broom. I mean, get familiar with the broom, you know, the scraper, the trash bins where they're located. But if you don't know how to, because there's going to be an opportunity where there's like, oh man, I don't have my tape measure, or your journeyman or your coworkers going to be like, you know what, let me see if this kid has an opportunity, even though the kid may be like 30, 40 years old. But let me see this rookie if he has an opportunity in this trade, in this field. Hey, cut me a piece of wood at 5 7/8. And you're just like, oh man. If you don't know how to do that, trust me, they're not gonna ask you until you know next time. And I don't know when next time is gonna be. So when that opportunity comes, be ready. So then that way you don't have to get ready. You know, like Allen Iverson, just be ready for the moment. So just know how to read your tape measure, please. Another thing as a apprentice, and please, just don't talk too much. Like if you're someone who likes joking around a lot, like because of words, wars have been caused. Because of words, there has been deaths. There have been miscommunications. There have been misinterpretations that have led to fights, to firing, to severe consequences. So as a apprentice, not a carpenter apprentice, but just in general, just be silent, listen, observe, and then when you feel like you're comfortable enough to be yourself, then be yourself. But be very smart in what you're gonna say and who you're gonna say it to, and more importantly, how you're gonna say it. Hopefully these things help out, and most importantly, things that you do not want to do as an apprentice is be cocky. If you know how to use a skill saw better than a journeyman, then that's great, but keep it to yourself. The opportunity will come when you'll be able to shine. So just be really smart too, because there are people who are jealous out there. And unfortunately, there will be people who will be wanting you to not reach the next level in technique and skills, because then that means you may possibly be taking their job because you're cheaper and you're better, you're younger, you're faster. So just be smart, be grateful for the opportunity that you have. And if you are better than someone in a certain skill, maybe in using a skill saw and maybe in communicating with people, then that's great. But wait until you get the opportunity. Don't try to step on people's toes because they got steel toe boots. And on a serious note, because they may take it as you're challenging my pride, you're challenging my manhood, and who are you, the rookie, to come and take this opportunity to take my spot, my #1 spot, because I'm the guy, I am the alpha male in this location. So just be really smart with everything. And let me know what you guys think about this. If this is true, what's something that I missed out, what's something that you totally agree with. And all the honor, glory be to God. Saludo a mi gente, Dios me lo bendiga. And until next time, ciao.